All right, so welcome back to Financial Friday. I'm Amber.
I'm Alisa.
And today we're going to be asking another question here from the audience. And I'm going to be asking it to Alisa, and she's
Okay.
going to ask it to me too.
Yes.
But I'm going to ask you first.
All right.
What is one thing that no one talks about when you are trying to be financially disciplined?
I don't know if it doesn't necessarily get talked about, but not enough, I think, is having a clear goal. Because I think for most of us, we'll say, I just want to save money, but we don't say how much we want to save. We don't say how much we want to save per week, per month, per pay period, right? And like we don't specify the amount that we're reaching, that we're trying to reach. And so it can be a little bit too generic.
Yeah.
So having like a clear goal in mind is like, where do you want to get to, right? As opposed to, oh, this is the path I'm walking, but if you don't know where you're headed. So I think one of the things about discipline is like you need to remember and like have it always present what your goal is. For that specific month or for that week or for that year. I don't know. Some of us
Depending on the
make goals for
goals.
the year. Yeah.
Right.
Especially when it's about like, money budget, money and budgeting the money, right? Like that's, those are some that can be very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How about for you?
when I think about financial discipline, honestly, that brings me back to like tracking my expenses. Because we talk about spending leaks all the time, and sometimes my spending leaks change. I know you said that yours usually is the same.
Mine are always the same.
Mine changes apparently. So I remember last year I realized how many subscriptions that I had. That was my spending leak last year. I just didn't realize how much I was spending for all of those. So I had to create a plan in order to get those down, and not, they were being pulled out at the 1st, the 15th. Like there were just too many that I couldn't keep up with. So in order for me, I don't think anybody really talks about the tracking your expenses and being self-aware of what you spend, because that is what's going to bring the discipline. Because if you don't know what you're spending on, then how can you be disciplined on correcting it as well? So for me, it is making sure that I track my spending, but I don't think anybody really likes to, what I say, everybody can write a budget down, but do we go back and look at what we actually spend?
Yeah.
So
At the end of the month.
yes. So, I mean, most of us use debit cards, credit cards, and everything like that. So looking at those at the end of the month and categorizing them makes you self-aware and actually what you're spending on, because sometimes we just don't think about it. We swipe the card so much, it's a little bit, it's out of sight, out of mind. We just shoom, 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 right?
Yeah.
So when we come financially disciplined, I think looking back at what your habits are, but also what you're spending on, or maybe, this month you spent it on, a lot more groceries than the other month or something. Or maybe there was a good month that you went out to eat with friends and everything like that a couple times that month, and that wasn't in your budget, something like that, right? So I think that's one thing that not even that nobody likes to talk about, but nobody really likes to do.
Yeah.
Is to go back and look at what you spend on, because it can be overwhelming.
What did you actually do for the month?
Yeah. I get like that too. I get anxiety, like, ooh, especially like around like Comic-Con season and everything like that. I don't want to go back and look at how much I actually spent, but I have to. So even though I set a budget for Comic-Con, like I have a yearly budget that I have for specifically this, but I still want to. Go back.
Yep. I mean, I think it's the same for like Christmas gifts.
Yes.
We say, oh, I'm only going to get these amount of things. And then we always end up spending more. We always find another reason to gift someone else a different, a different thing.
Or it was more than what we thought it was.
Or it was more. Yeah. The one thing I think I wanna talk about is accountability partners.
Oh yes.
Because I feel like you're my accountability partner. I tell you a lot of all the things, money related. I talked to Amber about it. So find yourself an Amber, because it's not just that like that she's gonna fix me, right? It's not that. It's that she's gonna make me more aware of it. She's gonna, maybe not call me out on it, but like you'll ask me questions
I will.
and then I will be embarrassed to answer. And if I'm embarrassed to answer, that means there's something I have to change, right? So then
Yeah.
it's like it's a whole process, right? You have to you have to be aware, but also like have someone that can motivate you to be better. Even if we don't manage budgets together, right?
Right, yeah.
Even our program budget is not something that we really manage. So
Right.
so it's like, like how do you find people that are gonna support you in that process?
And honestly, I don't even think of it as accountability for me. I just think I'm your emotional support. But then you get to talking, and then you're like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
You know what? You didn't even have to say anything. Now that I say it out loud, I hear myself.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You hear yourself saying, oh, this is what I did this weekend. And you knew
What
that
went
I wasn't
wrong?
supposed to, right? Like, yeah.
What went wrong? Oh, I just said it. Okay.
Yep. So I think that's really helpful.
No, I agree. Yeah.